What is going on, everybody? Here we are at the Little Tiny Tractor Supply. Alright, there's other ones, there's bigger ones. Look out for a Rural King one soon. Rural King's like the best place ever for box stores. But I just wanted to stop and look. I see little Troy Bilt, little Cub Cadet, both the MTD brands, which is now Stanley Black & Decker. Then you got your Bad Boy and you got your Toros. The one back in my old hometown, Tractor Supply, is bigger than this one. This one's a very small one. It's in a little town called Jonesboro, Tennessee. There's also other ones around it. This is just the one that I happen to be around, so I just decided to make a video of it. Nowadays, people like to talk about the tractors they buy. You know, there's like two segments of people that watch these videos, believe it or not. It's lawn care guys that follow me, or just looking, and then there's homeowner people that's real passionate about their little tractors they buy and stuff. So it's kind of cool. A lot of people are interested and are into the tractors, lawn tractors and the garden tractors. It's kind of universal. Everybody just likes a good machine, you know what I mean? So that's why I make these videos more than anything. It's just nice to look at. I like equipment. I like the commercial. I like the residential. I like the commercial. It's so limited on the area that they serve. That's why I don't go into Exmark dealers or Bad Boy or Skag or whatever dealers much, because it's not accessible, because every dealer is going to be different. These box stores are pretty much the same. Some have more than others, and that's about it. But there is diverse, and you can order any of these. If you're a homeowner, you're starting out. Remember, I started out my lawn service with a 100 series John Deere. And a buddy of mine literally just bought a brand new one the other day. And I told him that. Well, he knows that. If you're looking to start a lawn care business and you've got a tractor's, I know Tractor Supply has a store card, Lowe's, all these places. And that's what most people start out their business with, on a store card, believe it or not. If you can get a zero turn. Like I started out with a garden tractor, and it took me 1 yard, I remember, is like 2 hours. I was using my 1980 some model steel John Deere and a push mower. It'd take me 2 hours. Years later, 7 years later, doing that same lawn, it wasn't 30 minutes. Equipment means everything. And you're not going to have what I use, you know, at first, but if you can afford, and all you has is, say I know everybody wants to say, we'll get a commercial walk behind because it's a better deal and it's commercial. Well, some people don't have that cash on hand. So a lot of people will go, I know this video is getting awful. I don't care. Tractor Supply, this is what they got. You look around. A lot of people will have a store card, Lowe's, whatever, and have a 0% or whatever brand, Home Depot, and they'll just buy that, and that's what they'll start their business out on. So a lot of the commercial contractors try to tell everybody, they're like, you know, buy a commercial walk behind that's used, but like I said, they might not have money or funds. Not everybody has the same amount of money as you or I have more than some and less than some. You know what I'm saying? So when you buy that garden or that tractor right there, these tractors will last, believe it or not, a long time, regardless of what anybody says. It's not going to last as long as a $10,000 one. That's just silly. But it'll last long enough to make you money. But see, here's the problem, guys. Time. At 2 hours a lawn, if you're mowing a couple acre property and it's taking you 2 hours because you're on a ride tractor, you will never grow your business, because there will be a peak, because you'll only be able to do so many a day, period. With a zero turn is 45% or more, depending on the size of the deck, faster. So you're going to about double your speed. That will open your whole world up. Yes, if you don't have much money, like $4,000 is pricey to a lot of people. Used to, back in the day, it was unattainable to me, probably. I'm talking a long time ago. For a lawnmower, $4,000 for a car or something's different, but I'm talking about a lawnmower. That's unattainable numbers to a lot of people for lawnmower. Until you build your business up, or homeowners and stuff, you know, you buy what you need and what you can afford, and the older you get, usually the better your toys get, but you're setting yourself up for failure. And I did, but I was making good side money, but it wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Until I got my first little zero turn, then I was like, oh, wow. The whole world opened up. And it's rough and it's hard. And you need good credit. Make sure you have good credit. Open your business credit account too. You're going to be the guarantor, but you're just going to have to hustle harder, just like that tag said in a video I made. This is a hard business. It's hard work. You'll want to give up. You'll want to quit. I know there's always people on YouTube telling you how easy it is, and you can do this with a push mower and blower and all this nonsense. And no, you can't. Only certain ones of y'all are going to make it, because it ain't your equipment. Some people just don't have it in them. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't have certain trades of the world I don't have interest in at all. You see what I mean by that? So if you're getting into lawn care and you don't have a passion for it, don't. Yeah. Stop right now. Don't do it. I'm telling you now, unless you love it and you have a passion for it. I know a lot of people do it on the side for money. I get it. Nothing wrong. I'm not knocking nobody. As long as you're working, I like you. I just don't like idle citizens. That's what I don't like. I could talk on this subject forever. You do what you can when you do, when you can, when you do. You get out there and you hustle. Hustle harder. And yeah, I like them Toros. I love Toro. I ain't gonna lie. Toro Exmark. I like Cub Cadet. I like all these brands. I don't see, everybody wants to trash, and I do it just to joke around, and I have for years, but there's not like a generic brand. Now, those freaking weed eaters, those at Walmart and stuff, that's garbage. I'm sorry. The little two strokes I'm talking about. Them little weed eaters at $70, don't. You'll just buy a new one every year. Just buy one that's about $300 and be done with it, even if you have to use a credit card. Because just buying the same thing over with cash every year is more expensive than credit card. Okay? No matter the interest you're paying. But I like these little videos. I like to look at these machines. I made another one here about their trailers. And I talked while I was walking around, and I sound a little crazy, so I haven't uploaded it. I don't really like it. I'm going to go to Rural King because it's so much better. But Rural King in Bristol is so busy. I don't want to carry a camera in there. So they opened one in my old stomping grounds in Virginia, where I used to live. Well, near where I used to live in Virginia. And I was there the other day, and they got a lot of bad boys out front. A lot of tractors and stuff. So I'd like to go to the one here, well, not here, I'm in Tennessee, but in Bristol, Virginia side. Bristol is in Virginia and Tennessee, so it's the same thing. And that place is like a man's dream place. If you don't have a Rural King, I feel sorry for you. Especially if you like steel. Oh my gosh, do they overstock steel or what? If you like steel, that's your place. So anyway, like I said, there's a whole blueprint of how to grow and get better lawn mowers. If you're a homeowner, it don't really matter. All these are about the same brand. MTD and Husqvarna owns the rest of them. So there's only really two brands, let's be honest. They have a bunch of different names on them, but if it ain't MTD, it's a Husqvarna. I mean, you can Google it yourself. So you just pick what you like. I think for a homeowner, they're fine. For commercial, I hope and pray you get a zero turn, every one of y'all. Because I've been there, done that. I used a broom, dude, sweeping the sidewalks with a broom. No blower, with a broom. As embarrassing as that sounded. I remember mowing, I'm going to talk over the video right fast. I remember I was mowing this guy with my little 100 series. I was mowing this yard, and I had a broom, and I had a 1980 some weed eater, right? And what pulls up? A big old lawn care truck just right beside the place. Let that big old fancy gate down, and here comes a big Turf Tiger 261 inch. Boom! That big old block cranked up. He started mowing. He was going like 9,000 miles an hour, and I was sitting here on this little 100 series John Deere like, and I just about wrecked watching him go vroom, vroom, back and forth faster than I could even see him. And I just was watching in awe, because that was the first time I got really bit by the lawn care bug at that time. So I hadn't been that close to a skag. And that's the first time I wanted one. And that thing was just going so fast. And it cut so good. And he was in and out there cutting a bigger property. The whole thing by the time I was in the back lawn. It wasn't even that big, because I was doing the box. You know, the box cut and a little ride tractor. I was just doing my little box. And here he is on the Turf Tiger 2. Whoom, whoom. And he was gone. He cranked up his freaking, I think he had steel or something. He weed-eated around that house faster and blew it off. And I was still, listen to this, finishing a back half of a small yard. Yes, the yard he did was way bigger. Yes, he had a 61, I get it, but see how much equipment. He was there 10 minutes probably, or less than, and probably made, I don't know what he made. This was a long time ago, $35. This was over 10 years ago. That's still good money now. If you're there 10 minutes making $35, I don't care what y'all say. So what I'm going to say is, equipment matters. Weed eaters matter more than you'll ever know. Leaf blowers kind of matter, but the mower and the weed eater is the most important thing. But that's the first time I ever wanted a skag too, by the way. That's a whole nother story for another day. But I'm going to let y'all go. This is boring as I'll get out, and I hate that I didn't talk more about these lawnmowers. I could talk. I've talked about these same ones. I was just going to show you a little bit of what Tractor Supply has. I love Tractor Supply. It's chick days. Go look at the little chickens, the little diddles. You gotta love it. Peace and chicken grease.